Facebook land and YouTube land. Welcome to another broadcast of Billionaire Quotes. Today, I want to begin by saying that every organization, every business, every firm should invest time, talent, and resources to understand what is the art and science of brand leveraging. At Global Branding and Marketing, we have designed a unique program. And that program, we call it the Art and Science of Brand Leveraging. And it's very, very unique. It's very, very important, There are many companies, there are many brands that has great substance and potential to have great human impact. Absent of understanding how to create brand leverage is the difference between having a good brand that is successful and a good brand that has zero impact or limited impact. And this is one of the reasons why we have designed this content of information for you, and to be able to help you to understand this concept, internalize this concept in your organization, business, or your firm, to be able to significantly optimize the growth of your operation. Now, I'm going to give you 5 headings of this unique program that we have designed, and we will look at one of those headings today. In this program, and you will learn about the art and science of brand leveraging, and under that heading, you will learn concepts like brand identification. You will learn concepts like brand leadership. You will learn concepts like what is the communication reach, visibility, impact, and a very significant program that you will learn is the GBM Family Tree Management System. That system teaches you a lot about network marketing and the power of network marketing. And these are some very phenomenal programs, and we have tested this program in North America. We are now testing this program in the wider Caribbean, and the response is tremendously overwhelming. So we know that this training initiative that we're introducing to the general public will have massive impact on the growth and transformation and diversification of your operation. Now, let's talk a little bit about brand identification. And even in terms of brand identification, you need to understand something that we call what is brand characteristics and what is brand classification. Are you in a position of strength to know what is or are your brand characteristics? Are you in that position of strength to know what is your brand classifications? Traditionally, in terms of classification, we will talk about your brand being a premium brand, complementary brand, or a supplementary brand. While we take all of those factors into consideration in the rollout of our program, we introduce you to a very new concept, and that concept is what we call the eagle, lion, and butterfly effect, and of course with significant reasons behind that. The eagle is the only bird. It's a premium bird that is able to elevate itself 4 miles above the Earth's surface, and we help you to understand how we associate the characteristics of that bird to your brand, and we go deeper into that. But today I'm not going to talk about that. We'll talk about that later on. Today I want to talk about your brand intentionality, because the first characteristics that we look at is brand intentionality. We look at what is your brand simplicity and singularity impact. We look at what is the art of upscaling your brand impact. And we look at some other critical factors relevant to your brand. But what we want to look at today is to zero in on today is what is brand intentionality. You see, very often you invest time, talent, resources to produce a brand, but it's important for you to understand what the intentionality of that brand. And your brand can be built to achieve several intentions. The one intention could be to build confidence and to build trust, to build credibility, to build visibility, to build reach. Let's talk about the first concept. How do you position your brand to build confidence? And this is very important. Your brand is your self-image, is your company image, it's very unique. But how do you build your brand to deliver confidence? And your brand represents the human capital within your organization. Your brand represents the internal and external ambience of your organization. Your brand is literally everything relating to your organization, your business, your firm. And at every stage of the game, you need to ask yourself, what is the intention of your brand? Let's talk a little bit about the human resource in building your brand. Let's say you have your brand and you want your brand to deliver confidence. You want to build confidence. First of all, you have to ensure that you have a brand that truly stands up and live up to the expectations of your target market. And how do you do this? You need to do your research to ensure that you truly understand your target market. You understand what are their needs, wants, and expectations. You understand what are their dreams, their hopes, and their aspirations. And in that regard, you ensure that you deliver above and beyond their expectation consistently. This is what we call fulfilling the intention of the brand. So it begins with you understanding your product, your service that you delivering to the general public, to your target market, not necessarily the general public, because there's no brand that is for the general public. Your brand has to be specific. And we'll talk about that in another podcast. What is the simplicity impact of the brand, the singularity impact of the brand? And today we're talking about how do you position your brand to build confidence. Once you invest the time, the talent, and the resources to understand your target market, and you invest your time, your talent, and your resources to produce a product or a service, a brand, to live up to the expectations of your target market, and not only live up to the expectation, you want to position your brand to go beyond the expectations of your target market. So this is ground zero. Your brand must be completely aligned to a specific demographic, and in aligning the brand to the specific demographic, you need to ensure that it delivers above and beyond the expectations of your target market. That is ground zero. But to be able to deliver above and beyond the expectations of your target market, you need to understand your target market. At Global Branding and Marketing, we walk you through these systems, and that's to ensure that you understand these fundamentals and you can effectively apply these fundamentals to achieving the brand objective. So ground zero is the brand must be in good health, in alignment to the specific demographic. And of course, the brand in itself can sell itself. For instance, in cases where you might have a fast food outlet, there's what we call sampling. So the public can come and sample the brand, and based on sampling the brand, the public is able to make an informed and educated decision as to how they're going to relate to your brand. So these are techniques that you can use. Along with this, you might even have a service. And in the case of service, you're able to roll out a free introductory program that will allow the public to assess your program uh, and make an informed and educated decision as to why they should invest in your programs. Your brand also has a pull and push effect, and you need to understand what are the pull and push effects and how to effectively use the pull effect to grow your operation. We're not going to look at that today, but these are all foods for you to think about. We have a unique brand in helping your business to grow. And a global brand in the marketing, we literally leave no stone unturned to ensure that you achieve your bottom line, you achieve your strategic business objective. Now, about the second stage of this, and that's your human resource. So you understand what you need to do with your brand, or at least you understand some of the basic fundamentals in building a brand with clear intention. It's important enough for you to understand the human capital, which is the second stage of building your brand. And in terms of building your brand to deliver confidence, to build confidence. Now, your human resource must be confident. The people who will be responsible for creating visibility and creating reach for the brand must be confident in the brand. And this goes beyond understanding what are the intentionalities of the brand. This dive into a lot of factors relevant to the personality traits and characteristics. And these are very fundamental understanding the lessons that you must learn when you are trying to position your brand to be a dominant brand in the market. And of course, when we talk about dominance, we are not talking about a competitive dominance. And we believe that every single one has a unique fingerprint. And in our line of business, we never train you to necessarily compete. We train you to compete with yourself. And in competing with yourself is to become the best brand of who you are. Your fingerprint, your uniqueness, your unique selling proposition must be able to stand out. All right. It must be able to differentiate. It must be able to be dominant in the market, your unique selling proposition. And we help you to build that unique proposition based on your thumbprint. So the human capital, and part of what we do to help you to build that uniqueness and that unique thumbprint is that we help every single human capital within your organization to grow not only in alignment with knowledge of the product, but to also grow in alignment with self. And why growing in knowledge in alignment with self is so important. Our research at Global Branding and Marketing has shown that people function better in every area of their lives when they understand their purpose, their passion, and their gifts. They function better in every area of their lives. And here is where we give you the tools, we give you the systems to be able to nurture your human capital, to be able to function more effectively within your organization. And just imagine every single human capital within your organization are functioning based on purpose, based on passion, based on their giftedness. And they're able to bring that strength and that capability and that giftedness to producing a product, to delivering that product to the final consumer, to connecting with your consumers. Just think about the impact it's going to have on the growth of your organization. So the human capital, which is the second stage, is very, very important. Building the brand confidence. So I trust that today's lessons has been very brief. And these podcasts is us to whet your appetite. There are bigger initiatives that is going to be coming to truly help you to understand how to create brand leveraging. Now, just let me quickly look back at some of the issues that we look at today. Started off the program by saying that every business, every organization, every firm needs to understand the importance of the art and science of brand leveraging, because it is the understanding of the art and science of brand leveraging and the application of this knowledge that will make the difference as to if you remain average in business or whether you become exceptional in terms of your business. The system that we have built in terms of helping you to attain brand leverage are built to accelerate your growth. All right. You're able now to identify what are the intentionality of your brand. You understand how to build credibility. You know how to build trust. You know how to build confidence. You know how to build visibility. You know how to build reach. But we don't only stop here. What we do, we have our Success Accelerator alignment program. And once we build your brand and we are going after helping you to increase the confidence in your brand, we align it to the Accelerator program that significantly accelerate confidence in your brand. And this is what is unique at Global Branding and Marketing. We help you to build your brand. We help you to train the human capital, build up the human capital in complete alignment with your DSS, your deeper sense of self. And with this, they're able to function at their best. And again, our vision is to help your organization to become an organizer, have the dream, the game changers, the dream makers, and the trendsetters who are passionate about what they are doing and who can take your business, your product, your brand to the next stage of development. We will be introducing the general public to a very unique program, and that comes under the GB&M Family Tree Management System. As I would have mentioned at the beginning of this podcast, that the GB&M Family Tree looks at the significance of network marketing. Network marketing is largely about building healthy, productive relationship with the masses, specific demographic targeted, and in building healthy, productive relationship with your specific demographic, we show you a system in which we can bring everybody to that stage where they can become financially free. And this is no exaggeration. We have developed a system that is not only designed to fast track visibility, it's not only designed to fast track communication reach, but it's also designed to fast track your financial. And we are happy about this because I keep saying that we do what we do not simply because of the true nature of business, and that is to maximize your disposable income. We do this because we have a genuine intention to add value to human lives. We believe that every single human being has the potential to achieve greatness. And what we do, we leverage our skill set, power, and enable people to come into their giftedness. We have done tremendous research into factors that are designed to optimize human development. Research in terms of factors that are preventing the human capital from living its best life now. We have done groundbreaking research into factors that can truly help the human capital to live their best life now. Some simple things that we talk about, and just let me just give you an intro to it, because you're going to hear me talk about this very often in our podcast. What we have learned is that every single adult male, by the time you reach the age of 25, your prefrontal cortex should be developed. And what is the prefrontal cortex? Your prefrontal cortex is what we call the executive motor of the brain, the motor skills. That side of your brain that helps you to make critical thinking, that helps you to do problem solving, that truly helps you to become game changers, dream makers, and trendsetters. But of course, throughout our school life, we are not introduced to this content of information. And we don't want to speculate into the reasons why. At the right time, we'll certainly divulge information in terms of what is our finding, but we talk about these issues. And what our facts are showing is that most people, even at the age of 25, your prefrontal cortex is not fully developed. Why? Because the researchers also show that most people remain trapped in what is known as the amygdala. And what is the amygdala? The amygdala is that side of the brain that deals with fear. And have you ever been in a situation where you have to make a decision to do something and fear kicks in, and then you ask yourself, should I do this? Should I not do it? So you experience what we call the fight or flight, the fight or flight syndrome. And our research has shown that most people remain trapped right here. You have great dreams and hopes and aspirations for your life, for your business. You want your business to expand into a national operation, into a regional operation, into an international operation. You take in franchise, but then you don't have the confidence because fear kicks in. You want to do this, but then fear kicks in, and fear holds you back. That is the amygdala controlling you. Your prefrontal cortex is not fully developed to make the informed and educated decision in terms of the critical thinking to guide your path until you come to that point of embracing success. So this is what we call the social psychological approach to business development. We have done deep research into this, and we had to do it because we know that the human capital is the most important factor in if you don't have the right team of people that can support that vision, that can help you to be that mover and shaker in the market, your dream may never come to pass. No man is an island. So in saying all of this, we help you to build the right team. We train your team to be able to deliver in alignment with the expectation of your corporate vision, but even more so, we train the human capital to grow in complete alignment with their DSS, the deeper sense of self. Why? Because people function better in every area of their lives when they understand their purpose, their passion, and their gifts. You cannot stop and people who are functioning at this level. Uh, you have Bill Gates, you function at passion. You have Jack Ma, passion. You have Steve Jobs, passion. You have Mike Zuckerberg, passion. And all of these guys are passion-filled individuals. And it's time that you start to take a page out of these guys' book. And we have done that research, and we will help you to adopt the relevant traits, and we'll help you to build your capacity in alignment with your true calling in life. And with that, the human capital in your organization functioning at the third day their substance, they're functioning in alignment with their giftedness, your organization will certainly become the next game changers, the next dream makers, the next trendsetters. So again, I'm just here to whet your appetite in terms of the greater things to come. And those who might be joining us for the first time, I just want to reintroduce myself to you. My name is Gary Thompson. I'm a business development consultant by profession. I'm a humanitarian by nature. I truly care about the human, population, and I'm the author of several books. Um, one of the books that I've just written is Billionaire Codes, and if you go to Amazon right now, you will be able to purchase a copy of Billionaire Codes at a cost of just $2.99 US. That is a small amount of money. But I want to show you from the very first chapter of that book, there is groundbreaking information that will touch you and rock your world and give you a whole new different perspective on how you see life and how you can position yourself to compete, to win against yourself, and how to your brand, your Tom become dominant in your life. A new project, and I'm happy about that, a new book, which is Billionaire Code, 7 Steps to Financial Freedom. Are being tested and we're getting great results from these projects. But keep following this podcast. What I would like you to do is to subscribe to this page and keep following my podcasts on both YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn. We'll be updated on the dates when we're going to start our master classes. And our master classes are all set to give you a new content of information, that will help you to become the best brand of yourself. You owe this to yourself. You're the greatest asset the world has ever known. You're the greatest asset that the world will ever know. So you need to invest in yourself. But along with what I'm saying here is that when we start to roll out these master classes, the master classes will certainly help you to find yourself, your purpose, and act and operate from your giftedness. But it will also help you to come into, I cannot say this loud enough, to come into your financial freedom. These systems has been tested. They are still being tested. We get it. And you need to avail yourself to the content and the training master classes at Global Branding and Marketing. Transition your life for 2018. Again, my name is Gary Thompson. It has been a pleasure being with you today. I trust you would have enjoyed this podcast. I want to encourage you to share this information within your network. And we need as much people as possible to have this information, because in 2018 moving forward, we truly want to touch people's life with a content of information that can change their life. We truly want to empower people with information that can help them to grow financially. So I want you all to join in with me in sharing this information and within your network, and encouraging people to subscribe to this platform. Do enjoy. Until the next podcast. My name is Gary Thompson, and I'm saying it has been a pleasure being with you.